Not everything that breaks you is meant to destroy you. I'm Christy. Welcome to the unraveling.
Hi, beautiful soul. I'm Christy, and this space is for the ones who feel too much, love too deeply, and still choose to rise with open hearts. I have a short disclaimer for you. When I speak of divine feminine and divine masculine, I'm referring to the energetic principles, not gender. We all carry both within us, no matter our identity or expression. As we step into the first week of September, there is a soft but undeniable hum vibrating through the collective heart. The energy feels like walking through a morning mist, mysterious, gentle, but alive with possibility. It blurs the edges of certainty, asks us to walk not by sight, but by faith. And yet, even within this fog, there is a quiet knowing. Something is stirring. Something is shifting. This is a week of paradox. You may feel yourself caught between longing and peace, between the impulse to hold on tightly and the invitation to let go completely. Both are present, both are sacred. The mist asks us not to choose one over the other, but to allow both truths to exist together. You can long deeply and still be at peace. You can release and still hold love. This is the essence of this path, learning to breathe in the in-between. For the divine feminine, this week carries an invitation that feels both tender and fierce, to honor the fullness of your journey without apology. There is a softness settling over you now, like a warm blanket wrapped around a weary traveler. You may feel a deep tenderness towards yourself, a recognition of just how much you have walked through, how many times you have chosen to rise when it would have been easier to close your heart. This tenderness is not weakness. It is strength in its purest form. It is your power reclaiming space inside of you. This week, feminine, you're being asked to soften into your own love, to stop seeking validation in someone else's recognition, and instead to look inward at the truth you already embody. Your worth was never something to be proven. It was never conditional. It simply is. You may feel emotions surface this week, echoes of old ache, moments of nostalgia, the tug of longing. Allow them. Do not turn them away. These emotions are not signs of failure, but signs of death. They're evidence of your heart that is alive, open, and vast. This week invites you to let those emotions move through you without collapsing under them, to feel fully and yet remain sovereign in your center. That balance is where your power lives. For the divine masculine, the journey continues in quieter but no less potent ways. The surface may show hesitation, doubt, or even confusion, but beneath that surface, the pulse of awakening is steady. The masculine is learning to listen, not only to the call of the feminine, which has always been there, but to the inner voice that whispers of truth, of authenticity, of alignment. This is not an easy process. For many masculines, the weight of old conditioning still clings tightly. The pressure to perform, to protect, to appear in control. But the soul is tugging, insisting on honesty. And honesty often feels uncomfortable before it feels freeing. This week, they may withdraw, they may stumble, they may appear uncertain. But do not mistake this for regression. It is part of the unfolding. Just as a seed cracks before it sprouts, the masculine is breaking open so that new growth can emerge. Between the feminine and the masculine, the shared energy this week feels rhythmic, like a tide pulling in and out, the inhale and exhale of the ocean itself. There are moments where the distance may feel wider, and then suddenly the moments where connection feels palpable, almost electric. This is the dance of union, expansion and contraction, approach and retreat. Not to punish, but to prepare. Not to push away, but to strengthen the bond through contrast. You may notice this rhythm in your own heart space. Some moments you'll feel serene, anchored in trust. Other moments, restless, wondering why you feel so foggy, so unclear. When the restlessness comes, return to your breath. Remind yourself that clarity is not always required. Sometimes it is enough to walk step by step, allowing the mist to part only when it's time. The universe is also weaving subtle signs through your days. Synchronicities may arrive with a playful familiarity, repeating numbers, songs that echo words you just whispered, dreams that feel too vivid to ignore. Pay attention. These are not coincidences. These are messages stitched into the fabric of your path, reminders that you are guided, held, and never truly alone. The deeper teachings of this week is simple but profound. Lean into yourself. Love yourself more fiercely, but also more gently. This journey asks both the courage to keep your heart open in the face of longing and the softness to cradle yourself when the ache feels heavy. You are the constant in this ever-shifting story. You're the anchor, the sanctuary, the flame that steadies the storm. From that rootedness, everything else, even union, finds its way. So as you walk through this misty first week of September, let go of the need to see the whole path. Trust instead the rhythm of your own heart. Trust that your soul remembers the way, even when your mind cannot see it. And most of all, trust that nothing is ever lost on this journey. Every breath, every pause, every ache is part of the unfolding that is carrying you and your counterpart closer to the truth. If this message touched your heart, share your experience in the comments. Like this video to help it reach others walking this path, and subscribe for your weekly dose of clarity and love. Together we rise. Until next time, dear one, stay open, stay soft, and stay sovereign. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. I love you all. Goodbye.
You're not here by accident. You're so new. We'll meet again right here between the lines.